T.I. finally calls out King Harries after video evidence proves that he is gay. The world of celebrity gossip and social media is constantly changing. One of the most talked about things in the entertainment sector lately has been the fallout between rapper T.I. and influencer King Harries. After film was published, what started as a whisper of rumors has now turned into a huge spectacle, igniting a whirlwind of outrage. For many people, this event is more than just a conflict between two individuals. It is a reflection of the intricacies of identity, public perception, and the influence of the media in today's world. The story started when King Harries, a well-known person in the social media influencer community, featured in a viral video that caused a lot of excitement on the internet. The video showed Harries in a setting that many people regarded as confirmation of his sexual orientation, which had previously been a topic of speculation. Harries had been silent for years, neither confirming nor denying the rumors that had circulated regarding his sexual identity. However, the video appeared to provide an indisputable indication, bringing the topic into the public glare in a way that could not be ignored. At first sight, the tape appeared to be harmless. It was simply a casual, honest moment that Harries shared with friends at a social gathering. On the other hand, a specific interaction piqued the interest of the audience. A joking comment regarding relationships, along with Harries' behavior that appeared to be flirty, was enough to start discussions on the internet. While many fans came together to support him and provide him encouragement, others used the opportunity to criticize him or question whether he was being genuine. T.I., the Atlanta-based rapper who is known for being outspoken and for his domination in the hip-hop industry, was one of the people who spoke out about the video. Clifford Harris Jr., better known as T.I., has always been a character that has sparked controversy. T.I. has been a prominent figure in the Southern rap industry for more than 20 years. He has had his share of public feuds, controversies, and moments that have drawn both praise and criticism. Many people pay attention to his thoughts, and they listen when he talks. Therefore, it was not unexpected when T.I. spoke about the video and what it said about Harries' sexual orientation. However, for T.I., the problem was not just a question of personal identity. For him, being genuine was what mattered. T.I. voiced his displeasure with Harries for what he believed was a failure to be open about his sexual orientation. T.I. made a public statement on social media in which he said, "If you're gonna live your life a certain way, be real about it. Do not pretend to be someone you are not just to make other people happy. Real men don't mess around with their identities." The message sparked an instant reaction, capturing the interest of both fans and other celebrities. T.I.'s statements were divisive. For some people, his message was a cry for authenticity, pushing them to accept their true selves without fear of being judged. On the other hand, his words appeared to be dismissive of the complexity that surround human identity, especially when it comes to the LGBTQ community, according to several people. King Harries, who had mostly kept quiet throughout the first waves of speculation, ultimately spoke out in a series of posts that were dramatic and personal. Harries said in a message that was sent to T.I. and his followers, "I never owed anyone an explanation about who I am. My path is my own, and I have the right to share it whenever I want and however I want. Many people like me remain silent for a long time because of how quickly others label and judge us for simply being ourselves." Harries' reaction was welcomed with overwhelming sympathy from his fans, many of whom commended him for defending his independence. They praised his choice to take his time on his personal path and criticized T.I. for being so quick to judge. On the other hand, a portion of T.I.'s fan base and a sector of the internet, as a whole, continued to have doubts. They said that T.I.'s criticism was simply a tough love approach, encouraging Harries to take responsibility for his behavior and to quit pretending to be someone he is not. The conversation immediately turned into a discussion about the relationship between celebrity, privacy, and the demands of living in the public eye. Many people wondered if it was fair to expect someone like King Harries, who is mostly recognized for his online presence, to the same standards as a musician or actor who is in the public spotlight. Many people claimed that it is easy to forget that influencers are entitled to a private life and that their public personas do not define their entire existence. Additionally, this disagreement between T.I. and Harries brought attention to a more significant discussion around LGBTQ visibility in the entertainment industry. This is especially true in genres such as hip-hop, where traditional ideas of masculinity have historically been associated with a heteronormative standard. Hip-hop has a history of being a genre that does not publicly embrace LGBT representation, and very few musicians have openly discussed or embraced their sexuality. In many respects, T.I.'s words exemplified this tension because some people viewed them as promoting a restricted notion of what it meant to be a real man in the industry and maintaining negative stereotypes. T.I.'s remarks about Harries appeared to be a reflection of his own experiences in the hip-hop industry, where the temptation to maintain a rough, macho attitude can be overbearing. The rapper has spent his career developing a particular image that demonstrates a certain level of street credibility and a commitment to traditional masculinity. In this situation, his critique of Harries can be interpreted as an extension of his own internal conflict with how to deal with the expectations that are placed on him as an artist and public person. However, the problem is not limited to T.I. and Harries. It also involves the broader expectations that society has on people, particularly those who are in the public glare. The entertainment industry has been complicit for a long time in creating a society in which some behaviors are considered acceptable while others are looked with skepticism or downright hostility. Many LGBTQ celebrities have faced a lot of obstacles, both within themselves and from the outside world, in their path to self-acceptance. T.I.'s remarks and the subsequent drama with King Harries brought this issue to the forefront, igniting a bigger discussion about the significance of allowing individuals to determine their own identities without being judged. The demand for genuine self-expression has never been more pressing, regardless of whether it is viewed through the perspective of sexuality, gender, or personal experience. The public's examination into Harries' personal life brought to light how, as a culture, we frequently do not give people the opportunity to live as their actual selves without the fear of being punished or rejected. This debate also highlighted the influence that social media has on the way that celebrity culture is portrayed. In today's environment, a single post or video may start a worldwide conversation, shape people's attitudes, and influence the way individuals are perceived by the public. The distribution of the footage and T.I.'s statements afterward are only a small example of how social media can have a huge influence on how people see each other. However, it also shows that there is an increasing demand for debates about identity that are more empathetic and understanding. The question of what it means to be authentic is at the center of the struggle between T.I. and Harries, and it is a question that goes beyond their personal rivalry. In a society that is always changing, where conceptions of gender and sexuality are becoming more and more flexible, the answer is not always obvious. For some people, being authentic means living according to the standards of their culture or community. For others, it means accepting who they are without making any compromises or apologies. Harries' choice to live authentically, whether he does it openly or discreetly, is a reminder that no one is required to conform to someone else's expectations. On the other side, T.I. reflects the struggle of many people who find it difficult to reconcile their personal convictions with the constantly changing environment around them. As a result of this circumstance, many people are left wondering how the entertainment industry and society as a whole will continue to change in their attitude of LGBTQ individuals. Some people may view the argument that began between T.I. and Harries as a trivial disagreement between celebrities. However, for others, it represents the larger issues that marginalized communities are dealing with. It is evident that the struggle for acceptance, understanding, and the right to live authentically is still ongoing. Once the dust settles, one thing will be clear: King Harries' narrative is far from over. Regardless of whether T.I. and Harries ever make amends, the discussion that was started by this issue will continue to be relevant. As celebrities, influencers, and everyday people navigate the difficulties of identity in a society that is constantly changing, the lessons learned during this time will undoubtedly continue to shape the way we perceive personal expression, the need for respect, and the significance of embracing diversity in all its forms.